we basically have Al-Qaeda with feathers getting into our garage. Hey, get out of here. You're not laying eggs in here. Hey, get out of here. Hey, get out of my garage. Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in. So in this video, I've got a chicken run to build because I am sick and tired of my chickens getting out. They're probably gonna end up dying soon because they're always out in the yard, which is fine to free range. However, they're putting a target on their backs by being out every single day, all out in the open. So we're trying to limit that. We don't want them getting to the front of the house and pooping on the driveway. So I gotta build a new chicken run. That's what I'm doing here. And then I'm gonna move their chicken house back over there and then fence this all in. So that's what I'm doing. But before we get into this, I wanna tell you guys about pig magic. First, what I gotta do is I gotta feed my pigs and I have to move them to a new area as well. They've been in this back area here for almost a month, and that's a little bit longer than I normally do, but I've just been very busy. So I'm gonna get these pigs moved. So what I like to do is I got my non-GMO feed here, and I put a little bit of sunflowers in there, black oil sunflowers, a little bit of apple cider vinegar. I don't always do apple cider vinegar, but about once a month I'll put it in here just to give them better gut health. So in order to move these pigs to a new area, I have to contain them in this metal enclosure here. I'm gonna feed them in here. I'm gonna shut that panel there with some zip ties. They'll be stuck in here. I'll collapse the fence, the electric netting back there, and then I'll set it back up and then remove another panel so they have access to it. Here goes nothing. They're fed. Got a cobweb on my hat. All right, let's collapse this fence. So they're contained. They've got their food. The chickens are trying to pick up any scraps, but they end up getting chased a little bit by the pigs. Got to make sure these two guys are connected. All right, I finished the last section of fencing. So we go all the way around there. I did the fencing all the way up to the gate, so I don't have to remove a panel. I just opened the gate. So look how sweaty I am now compared to how I started. It is freaking hot. I got to get inside. So let's let these pigs out, and then I got to go get some water. All right, y'all. Sweaty Mark is going to tell you about something called pig magic. Now what pig magic is how pigs are able to turn that, so that's the area that hasn't been touched in like 70 years, into this, to where you can get into it and clear it out, and they just dig everything up. That's pig magic right there. So they're going to take that and turn it into this so that we can turn it into what we want, silvopasture. If you don't know what silvopasture is, I say it in a lot of videos, but silvopasture is just basically pasture that has select trees in it that you want to keep, that are adding protein like acorns and such, and they also add a lot of shade for the animals. It's like the best of both worlds, and that's what we want here, and the pig magic is making it happen. All right, let's move on to the chicken problem. All right. Oh, there's a massive spider on this auger here. I don't know if y'all can see that. Haven't used it. Aha, got him, and he's alive. That's good. Everybody wins. Get out of here, boy. All right, these posts are all set and cemented in. I put water on them, so we're gonna let these dry, and then we're gonna move the hen house back over there in the corner. I gotta build a foundation for it, probably get rid of a stump, and then we'll be all good. I'll come through with the chicken wire and I'll secure this perimeter with chicken wire. I'm gonna try to go, I've got 50 feet of 4-foot chicken wire, so I should be able to get most of this. And then I got other leftover stuff that I'll use to save money if I need it. And then what I do want to do is eventually figure out where I want to put the door, and put a post here, secure it to this post, and then put hinges and stuff and put a door right there so I can get the wheelbarrow in and out with wood chips and whatnot. Day 2 of me working on this. We got these posts in. I've got some cinder blocks for a foundation for when I move the hen house, and I've got my chicken wire for my run. So that's what we got going on right now. I got some bad news though. Oh, here's another massive spider web. Where's the spider? There he is. We got a lot of wolf spiders around here, which is good for the bugs. Well, not good for the bugs, but it's good to keep the bugs down. All right, so let's see. I have some bad news. I order my chickens through the mail like a lot of farmers do when it comes to meat birds and stuff like that. And I ordered 35 from a hatchery in Pennsylvania. Good hatchery. I've ordered from them in the past and had no issues. But the order was supposed to be delivered to my post office on Friday. That's what all the shipping information said. It was going through the US Postal Service like they all have to. And come the end of Friday, there was no phone call from the post office, and we were like, shoot, what's going on? And I get a call on Saturday at 11 a.m. for us to go pick them up. My wife was there within an hour. She said that the postal service person that was there picked up the box with like napkins on the box and gave them to her, and she knew something was wrong. She had our kid with her, our son, so she didn't really have time to like open the box up and deal with all that stuff. But when she got home, all of them except for 2 were dead. So they were all dead in the box. I have pictures. I don't know if I'm going to show it on the video, but I have 1 left. This one's doing okay, but we had 2 that survived immediately in the very beginning, and then last night the other one died, and so I have 1 left, and this one seems very healthy, doing good. I got my heat lamp. It's really frustrating, but anyways, let's get back to this project. we have the hen house moved. It's on little cinder blocks, so it doesn't rot as easy. Dogs are inspecting it right now, making sure that everything's to code. You know, we don't like dealing with the government, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. Oh man, I forgot how annoying these can be.
All right, I'm gonna bring him in. He's getting.
All right. So I've been putting this chicken wire up. I moved their house with the tractor. I didn't even realize there was a chicken in there the whole time. And it's finally coming out after laying an egg. I don't even have his stairs up yet. Day 3 of working on this. Got my Sow the Land shirt on. For extra motivation, I'm gonna channel that Jason energy to get this stuff done. We'll get that door framed up. All right, I got my door framed up. I used scrap lumber that I had, some old like fence boards, and used the chicken wire. I know it looks ramshackle, but I'm working on like an hour at a time. And I don't have that much time, so just trying to do what I can. That's why it's taking so long for me to do this.
I said good job on the door.
Oh, thanks. I mean, it was free.
We're probably gonna have to cut the chicken wire on the bottom so it doesn't.
I mean, that'll help poke things that are trying to get in. Any eggs in there, Boo?
Yep, 2 eggs.
2 eggs, nice, not bad. So only like 4 of them are laying right now, so it's not too awful. Well, I completed my primary objective, which was to contain the chickens, not keep predators out. They go in their house at night, that locks down. No predators can attack them at night. Everything's good. However, the issue was them getting out and causing a ruckus on the homestead. So now that they're fully secured, they can't fly over this 6.5-foot fence that I have here. They probably could, but don't tell them that. Don't say it too loud. But right now they're contained. They're not going to get out and cause a problem. I got my sweet door that I made out of scrap wood, chicken wire, and I did have to buy hinges in the lock, but all good there. I am going to have to figure out a way to make it so I don't lock myself in there again. But although by the time this is published, it's not that day, but today is my dad's birthday, so happy birthday, Dad. And for everybody else, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next video.